The console war is over, and in this video we'll discuss everything that is important about it. 1. What was the purpose of it? Because people often think that the purpose was to sell more consoles and make money by doing that, which isn't true. 2. Who won, who lost, and what is the reason the one that lost did lose? And 3. The most important part, the aftermath and the consequences for everyone, you and me, gamers. So let's start with the number 1. What was the purpose of it? And people mistakenly think that the purpose of the console war was to make money by selling consoles, which isn't true. And if you think that that was the reason, try building a PC with the same price cost of PS5, for it to perform on the level of PS5, and then try selling it and making profit. What was it? You can't do it? Exactly. They make zero money by selling the consoles. In fact, they're losing money by making and selling consoles. The actual reason for it all was not to make money by selling consoles, but to make money by selling games. And no, I'm not talking about the exclusives. Exclusives are just a marketing strategy. Every time you buy a game, any game from a video game store, be it Xbox Store, PlayStation Store, Steam, etc., the store gets a juicy cut out of it. How much? It depends. Sometimes there's some special offers and conditions, but generally it is about 30% of the cost of the game. So when you buy a $70 game, the store gets around $21 out of it, literally by doing nothing. So the console war in reality is a store war. So all of those exclusive games, the cheap hardware that they develop and sell without profit, is for their store to be a primary to-go store. And what is funny about it is that they do all of that while Steam, just by being a GigaChad and based, is doing better than all of them and making giant profits. Because when you're used to something, it is really hard to switch to something else. Old habits die hard, and there has to be a good reason to switch your primary platform for playing games. Like Epic Games literally is giving away free games, and still they can't cut into the Steam cut of the pie. Like people just take the free games and leave.
Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
Okay, now that we established what was the purpose of the console war, we can move on to number 2. Who won, who lost, and what was the reason that they lost? Well, it is kinda obvious that PlayStation won. We can see that by the sales numbers of Xbox versus PlayStation, or another metric, and the last drop and basically the wave of the white flag was the coming of Halo to PlayStation. Like, it's over. At least for Xbox as we know it today. We will talk about the future of Xbox a little later. For now, the reason why Xbox lost. And it is simple. PlayStation had exclusives, while Xbox exclusives were coming to PC as well. Like, there's literally no reason to buy Xbox. Because PlayStation basically has all the games on their platform, and Xbox basically has none, because they port them to PC. And because of that, there is no reason for Xbox to even make exclusives in the first place. This fight was unwinnable since the beginning, and now Xbox is working on other strategies. First, they're trying to become more of a publisher rather than a platform producer, trying to cut in the PC share with their Xbox Store, and they're trying to further implement the subscription model into gaming for Xbox and PC. And now they want to introduce Steam to Xbox to basically transform Xbox into a cheap PC that can support all modern games. And I bet in this case Steam will share a little of those 30% of the cut. Plus, it is a sneaky way to introduce those PlayStation exclusives that came to PC but didn't come to Xbox. In short, Xbox has many options on their hands, so even though they lost, I wouldn't worry about their future. Now, it is fun and all, but let's talk about the aftermath and the consequences for us, the gamers. Now, if you are a fan of PlayStation and you are rejoiced that PlayStation won, I would advise you to temper your enthusiasm. Because in reality, it is not Xbox who lost. Xbox will be fine. It is gamers who lost. This console war benefited gamers the most. Now that Xbox and PS calmed their competition, PS doesn't need to release as good of games as they were before. And frankly, it is already happening. Just look at the sequels of all the PlayStation exclusives. Ghost of Tsushima is better than Ghost of Yotei. The first Horizon Zero Dawn was better than Forbidden West. The first The Last of Us was better than the second. And it is not the end of the world level of worse games, but it is slowly creeping upon us. And things will get only worse from now on because there is no motivation to release good games now that there is no competition. So again, in this war the gamers are the one who lost. Xbox will be fine and PlayStation will be fine as well. We though will have worse quality games than we could. However, if after my words you are worried about the future of the gaming industry, I'd like to cheer you up. I've made a video recently, Gamers Won, where I explained that the gaming industry has a bright future. Maybe not as bright as it could be if the competition between Xbox and PS would continue, but bright nevertheless. And you can check out my other videos while you're at it. For example, a video essay on whether games are art or not, and many more. But for now, thank you for watching, and remember that leaving a like and subscribing to my channel is a wise decision. Make the wise decision. See you later.